back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome. On this channel we talk about law of attraction, spirituality, empowering ourselves and self-love. And today's topic is how to set personal boundaries with toxic people. So oftentimes we come across a person who constantly tries to push our boundaries to get what they want. And this often leaves us helpless and frustrated. But my loves, you don't have to feel helpless and frustrated. All you have to do is set healthy boundaries with toxic people. If you are a person who is struggling with this kind of a situation, and if you are struggling to set healthy boundaries with people, this video is for you. Give this video a thumbs up if you are ready to take your power back by setting healthy boundaries. And now, let's begin. Since childhood, we have been raised to conform to what other people think is best for us, to meet their expectations and to please them, to get appreciation, validation and approval. And since we have been following this pattern, it becomes so difficult for us to set healthy boundaries and see what is right for us, what we think is right for us. And since we have been following this pattern for so long, by doing what society feels right for us, what our parents feel right for us, what our friends feel right for us, we fail to set healthy boundaries. We are afraid to set boundaries because we feel what people will think of us, or we might come out as arrogant or selfish. We all do this because we want to fit in. We want appreciation, approval and validation from other people. And that's okay. Let me be very clear that there is nothing wrong in doing this, unless you are sacrificing your core values, your sense of self and what you feel is right for you. But if you are feeling miserable, unhappy and obligated to carry out all these things just to fit in, you need to draw healthy boundaries. Because a lot of stress and frustration comes from feeling the obligation to fit in when you don't want to. And it's very important to draw healthy boundaries, because if you don't draw healthy boundaries, you will always attract toxic and unhealthy relationships in your life. You will always attract people who will constantly try to push your boundaries to get what they really want. And you might have experienced this with your friends or with your siblings or with your co-workers or your spouse. It can be anyone. And this leaves us helpless and frustrated. So to establish healthy boundaries, first of all, you need to understand your standards for every relationship. You need to know your own worth and you have to love yourself more. What are your standards for respect and disrespect? Is it a family member or is it your spouse? Is it your co-worker or friend or sibling? Depending upon the kind of relationship, you really have to seriously consider relationship you want to maintain with them. And once you have identified what kind of relationship do you want and what boundaries do you want to set, you have to stand firm on your boundaries. Don't lower your boundaries for anyone, because once you lower them, you are going to do that again and again. And this will be difficult for you because it is the beginning and you are not used to this. You are not used to this new you who will stand up for yourself. And you might feel like giving up, but don't. Because you are doing this for yourself. Be proud of yourself, because what you will allow is what will continue. And you have seen the consequences of not drawing healthy boundaries with toxic people. And self-love plays a very important part in this. If you don't know how to love yourself enough, you are going to end up in toxic relationships. You are going to attract toxic people in your life who will try to persuade you, who will try to convince you to get whatever they want out of you. Because when you don't love yourself, you take whatever comes along with the relationship. Because you don't know your worth, you just take whatever comes along. And it's not healthy. But as soon as you start loving yourself, as soon as you start drawing your boundaries with toxic people, you will start feeling very good about yourself. Your self-esteem and your confidence will boost up. But I want to warn you here, because initially when you draw boundaries, you might feel like you are a selfish person and you might want to go back to your safety zone where you are uncomfortable and hurt, but you still get that dose of appreciation and approval from other people. But don't give up right now. Stand firm on your boundaries and don't lower them for anyone. For example, if you are a yes person who always say yes to people no matter what, you might find it difficult initially to say no to people, but that's okay, this happens and you have to do it for yourself and your mental health. Once you have set the boundaries, it is very important to establish your boundaries and communicate your boundaries. And you don't have to communicate your boundaries in an egoistic and selfish manner. You don't have to be arrogant or rude to people. You just have to come from a place of self-love, self-awareness that this is your boundary and you are not going to tolerate any lesser than this. And when you will start maintaining your boundaries, you will start seeing people responding towards your boundaries. And at this time, you have to be very cautious, because toxic people will start coming in and they will start making you feel guilty for setting those boundaries. They will project shame on you that you are a selfish person. They will project guilt on you that you are not giving them what they want, and just because they are not aware of this new you. But no matter what, you have to come from a place of self-love, awareness and self-confidence that you deserve better, that you deserve respect and you deserve to be treated right. By treating yourself better, you set standards for how other people treat you. So treat yourself the way you want to be treated by others. Give yourself that love. Give yourself that word that you want from others. I want to make you aware of the consequence of setting your boundaries and establishing them with toxic people. The toxic people will fall off from your life. And you have to accept this. You have to understand that when you set boundaries for yourself, people will fall off from your life. But don't worry. Healthy and bright people will come to you. People who understand your feelings, people who understand and respect your boundaries will be attracted to you. And you will create a whole new circle of healthy friendships, healthy relationships, because now you love yourself and you know your worth. I just want to say that don't take any shame or guilt for standing up for yourself. So love yourself more and know that you deserve to be respected and loved. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope this video helped anyone who needed it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and until our next video, awake, arise and align. Bye.